If you're over 60 and feeling frustrated with your body, constantly hearing, "That's just part of aging," I need you to stop right there. Your body after 50 isn't the problem. 3 dangerous myths are. These myths are stealing your confidence, sabotaging your health, and convincing you to accept limitations that aren't real. Here's the truth nobody wants to tell you. Most of what you've been told about aging is completely wrong. You don't have to get weaker, gain weight uncontrollably, or give up on feeling strong and vibrant. The women who thrive after 60 know something that others don't. They've stopped believing these 3 toxic myths that keep most women trapped in unnecessary decline. In this video, we're going to shatter these myths with science and show you exactly how women in their 60s, 70s, and beyond are proving that age is not a limitation. Get ready to change everything you thought you knew about your body after 50. Before we dive into these myths, let's get one thing straight. Your body after 50 is not broken, weak, or doomed to deteriorate. Yes, your body changes, but most of what we attribute to normal aging is actually the result of believing these 3 pervasive myths that convince women to accept limitations that simply aren't true. The women who are thriving in their 60s, 70s, and 80s have one thing in common. They rejected these myths and discovered what their bodies are truly capable of. Let's expose these lies and show you the truth about what's possible after 50. The first and most destructive myth is that weight gain after 50 is inevitable. You've probably heard it 1,000 times. Your metabolism slows down. It's just hormones. This is what happens to women after menopause. Society has convinced us that gaining 1 to 2 pounds per year after 50 is normal and unstoppable. This myth creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you believe weight gain is inevitable, you stop trying to prevent it. You accept a lower standard for your health and vitality. You start shopping for bigger clothes instead of addressing what's really happening. Here's what groundbreaking research actually shows. A 2021 study published in Science found that metabolism doesn't significantly slow down until after age 60, and even then, it's only by 0.7% per year. That's not enough to cause the dramatic weight gain most women experience. The real culprits? Decreased muscle mass, reduced activity levels, and believing this myth. Meet Barbara and Patricia, both 68. Barbara accepted the inevitable weight gain myth and gained 30 pounds over 10 years. She bought looser clothes, avoided photos, and resigned herself to feeling less confident. Patricia refused to accept this myth. When she noticed weight creeping up, she started strength training and adjusted her nutrition. Not only did she maintain her weight, she actually got stronger and more toned than she was in her 50s. After menopause, women lose muscle mass at an accelerated rate, up to 8% per decade. Muscle burns more calories than fat, so as you lose muscle, your metabolism does slow down. But this isn't inevitable aging. It's preventable muscle loss. Additionally, many women become less active and eat the same amount of food their bodies needed when they were more muscular and active. Research from nursing homes showed that even 90-year-olds could build significant muscle mass with proper resistance training. If a 90-year-old can build muscle, a 60-year-old certainly can. The women who maintain their weight and strength after 50 aren't genetically special. They simply refused to believe this myth. Focus on building and maintaining muscle through resistance training. Prioritize protein intake. Women over 60 need more protein than younger women, not less. Stay active throughout the day, not just during designated exercise time. Most importantly, stop accepting weight gain as inevitable and start taking action. Weight gain after 50 isn't inevitable. It's preventable. Your metabolism doesn't crash, your body doesn't betray you, and you're not doomed to grow larger each year. The women who stay fit after 50 know this secret. They treat their bodies like the powerful machines they are, not like broken-down cars headed for the junkyard. The second myth is that exercise becomes dangerous as you age and should be severely limited. You've probably been told to take it easy, don't lift heavy weights, avoid high-intensity exercise, or stick to gentle walking. This myth suggests that your body becomes fragile and can't handle real exercise after 50. This myth literally kills women. When you avoid challenging exercise because you think it's dangerous, your bones weaken, your muscles atrophy, your balance deteriorates, and your cardiovascular system declines. The very thing that could keep you strong and independent is the thing you're told to avoid. Research consistently shows that exercise becomes more important as you age, not less. A landmark Harvard study of nursing home residents aged 72 to 98 found that even the frailest seniors could significantly increase muscle strength with resistance training. Studies of women in their 60s, 70s, and 80s show that those who do challenging exercise have stronger bones, better balance, sharper minds, and more independence than those who take it easy. Consider Margaret and Helen, both 72. Margaret was told by her doctor to be careful and limit herself to gentle walking. She followed this advice religiously, avoiding anything that seemed challenging. Over 5 years, she gradually became weaker, developed osteoporosis, and fell twice, fracturing her wrist. Helen ignored the be careful advice and started strength training. She deadlifts, does push-ups, and trains with intensity. At 72, she's stronger than many women half her age and has never had a fall or fracture. There are 60, 70, and 80-year-old women competing in bodybuilding, powerlifting, and endurance sports. Edna Giordano at 92 does strength training, mountain climbers, and hanging ab crunches. These aren't genetic freaks. They're women who refuse to believe the exercise is dangerous myth. What research actually shows: women over 60 who strength train have 40% lower risk of falls. Resistance training increases bone density even in 80-year-olds. High-intensity exercise improves cognitive function and reduces dementia risk. Weight-bearing exercise is one of the most effective treatments for osteoporosis. The most dangerous thing you can do is nothing. Sitting is more dangerous than squatting. Avoiding weights is more dangerous than lifting them. Being sedentary creates more injury risk than being active. Your body was designed to move, lift, and be challenged at any age. Start strength training with proper guidance. Lift weights that challenge you. If it's easy, it's not effective. Include balance and coordination work. Do activities that make you slightly breathless. Most importantly, stop treating your body like it's made of glass. Your body doesn't suddenly become fragile at 50, 60, or 70. In fact, challenging exercise is what keeps it strong. The women who are vital and independent in their 80s aren't the ones who took it easy. They're the ones who kept challenging their bodies appropriately. If you've been limiting your exercise because you thought it was too dangerous, comment "strong" below. It's time to reclaim your strength and stop believing this dangerous myth. The third and perhaps most damaging myth is that significant cognitive and physical decline are inevitable parts of aging. You've probably heard, "senior moments are normal," "aches and pains are just part of getting older," or "you can't teach an old dog new tricks." This myth suggests that after 50, your brain and body are on an unstoppable downward spiral. This myth robs women of hope and agency. When you believe decline is inevitable, you stop trying to maintain your capabilities. You accept memory problems, dismiss physical limitations, and stop learning new things. You essentially start preparing to be incapacitated. Research shows that most cognitive and physical decline attributed to aging is actually due to disuse, not age. Studies of successful agers, people who maintain high function into their 80s and 90s, show that decline is neither universal nor inevitable. The brain remains plastic throughout life, capable of forming new neural connections. The body remains adaptable, capable of getting stronger even in the 10th decade of life. Look at Dorothy and Elizabeth, both 75. Dorothy accepted the inevitable decline myth. When she started forgetting names, she assumed it was normal aging. When her knees started aching, she reduced her activities. When learning new technology became challenging, she gave up trying. By 75, she was significantly limited and dependent. Elizabeth rejected this myth. When she noticed memory changes, she started brain training and learned new skills. When her body ached, she started strength training and improved her mobility. At 75, she's sharper and stronger than many 50-year-olds. The brain truth. Only 5 to 8% of people over 60 develop dementia. That means 92–95% don't. The brain continues forming new neural pathways throughout life. Learning new skills actually improves cognitive function in older adults. Senior moments are often stress or information overload, not cognitive decline. The body truth. Muscle strength can increase significantly, even in 90-year-olds. Balance and coordination can be improved at any age. Bone density can increase with proper exercise. Flexibility and mobility can be maintained or restored. Much of what we call aging is actually the result of reduced challenge and stimulation. When you stop challenging your brain with new learning, it becomes less sharp. When you stop challenging your body with progressive exercise, it becomes weaker. The decline isn't inevitable, it's optional. Studies show that women who remain cognitively active, reading, learning, puzzles, maintain sharper minds. Women who remain physically active maintain strength, balance, and independence. The common factor isn't genetics. It's continued challenge and engagement. Continuously challenge your brain with new learning. Languages, instruments, complex puzzles, technology. Continuously challenge your body with progressive exercise that gets gradually more difficult. Reject the expectation of decline and maintain the expectation of growth and capability. Women are learning new languages in their 70s, starting new businesses in their 60s, and achieving personal bests in their 80s. These aren't exceptions. They're examples of what's possible when you reject the decline myth. Now that we've shattered these 3 toxic myths, let's talk about what's actually possible for your body after 50. The women who are thriving in their 60s, 70s, and beyond share common characteristics that have nothing to do with genetics and everything to do with mindset and action. What thriving women do differently. They reject ageist myths. They don't accept limitations just because society says they should. When someone says, "You're too old for that," they prove them wrong. They prioritize strength. They understand that muscle mass is the fountain of youth. They lift weights, do resistance training, and continuously challenge their physical capabilities. They embrace challenge. Instead of avoiding difficult activities, they seek them out. They learn new skills, take on physical challenges, and refuse to coast. They focus on function. Rather than just trying to look younger, they focus on being stronger, more capable, and more independent than they were in their 40s. They think long-term. They make choices today based on how they want to feel and function at 80, not just how they feel today. There's Julia Lynn, who at 64 won her first bodybuilding competition 30 years after organ transplant surgery. There's Marlene Flowers, who completely transformed her body and confidence in her 60s after 2 divorces. There's the 92-year-old Edna Giordano, who strength trains and feels 50. These aren't genetic anomalies or lucky exceptions. They're regular women who refuse to believe the myths and discovered what their bodies are truly capable of. The research backs this up. Women can build significant muscle mass well into their 80s. Cognitive function can improve with proper challenge and stimulation. Physical capabilities can exceed those of sedentary 30-year-olds. Quality of life can continue improving throughout the lifespan. Your best years don't have to be behind you. Your strongest, most confident, most capable self might still be ahead of you. Age can be an advantage, not a limitation, when you have the wisdom to train smart and the determination to reject limiting beliefs. Now, let's get practical. Here's exactly how to reject these myths and start thriving after 50. Rejecting the weight gain. Myth: start strength training immediately. This is non-negotiable for maintaining muscle mass. Focus on compound movements that work multiple muscle groups. Increase your protein intake to support muscle synthesis. Track your progress by strength gains and how clothes fit, not just the scale. Rejecting the exercise is dangerous myth. Work with qualified trainers who understand that age is not a limitation. Progressively increase the challenge of your workouts. If it's not challenging, it's not changing you. Include balance work, but don't make that your only focus. Do activities that make you feel powerful, not just safe. Rejecting the decline is inevitable. Myth. Continuously learn new skills. Languages, instruments, technology, whatever interests you. Set physical goals that seem ambitious, then achieve them. Surround yourself with other thriving older adults, not people who reinforce decline myths. Celebrate your capabilities, not your limitations. Creating your new mindset. Every time someone suggests you should take it easy because of your age, prove them wrong. When you feel aches or forgetfulness, ask, "How can I improve this?" instead of, "I guess this is just aging." Set goals that excite and challenge you, regardless of what others think is appropriate for your age. Building your support system. Find healthcare providers who focus on optimization, not just management. Connect with other women who are thriving after 50. Join communities that celebrate capability, not limitations. Avoid people who constantly talk about their decline and limitations. The daily practice. Wake up each day asking, "How can I get stronger today?" instead of "What hurts today?" Move your body in challenging ways every single day. Learn something new regularly. Reject any thought that begins with, "I'm too old to." If you're ready to reject these myths and start thriving after 50, 60, 70, or even 80, comment "Thrive" below and share which myth you're most ready to demolish. Your journey to your strongest, most confident self starts now. Your body after 50 is not the problem. These 3 myths, that weight gain is inevitable, exercise becomes dangerous, and decline is unstoppable, are the real problems. They've convinced countless women to accept limitations that aren't real and to settle for less than they're capable of. But now you know the truth. You know that women in their 60s, 70s, and 80s are building muscle, learning new skills, and achieving things they never thought possible. You know that your age can be an advantage, not a limitation. The choice is yours. You can continue believing these myths and accepting the decline they predict, or you can join the growing number of women who are proving that the best years of life can come after 50. Your body is not broken. Your potential is not diminished. Your capabilities are not limited by the number of candles on your birthday cake. The only thing limiting you is believing these myths. It's time to reject the myths, embrace your power, and show the world what a woman after 50 is truly capable of. Your strongest, most confident, most vibrant self is waiting for you to stop believing the lies and start living the truth. Thank you for watching this video. If it changed how you think about your body after 50, please like this video and subscribe for more content that challenges ageist myths and empowers women to thrive at every age. Share this video with other women who need to hear this message. Too many amazing women are trapped by these myths, accepting limitations that aren't real. Your share could be the wake-up call someone needs. Leave a comment below telling me which myth you're ready to reject and what goal you're going to set that proves age is just a number. I read every comment and I'm cheering you on as you discover what your body is truly capable of. Remember, you're not too old, it's not too late, and your best years are not behind you. Thanks for watching, and here's to your strongest, most vibrant chapter yet.